And the Blazers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard. The Groupers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Gonna run it. It's Craig. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Blazers offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll operate out of split backs. Rides to back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They'll move the tight end. Touch pass on the run. Quick spin on the run. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Blazers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Running into the open space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The groupers are marching down the field. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
On 3rd down, going up top. Buys a little time with his feet. Wide open spaces. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He'll do it himself. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He gets a hand on it. That's a live ball in the deep. It's a seam wide open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
Man, and the special teams coach is going to be jacked up. You get your hands in there, you penetrate, you get your hands and get a tip, and then scoop it up. That's just great. You scoop it up, get some positive yards, and completely flip the field. That's an exciting, momentum-changing play.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Campbell. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Blazers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, going RPO on that 2nd down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up 3rd and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now, and he takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this 3rd down because of the quarterback's decision-making.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Give to the running back.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle. And how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the 2nd quarter with a safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson. There he goes! And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Campbell. Pressure coming. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Blazers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides the back on the option to give. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides himself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Off play action on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They boot it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Campbell. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Spins away from the defender. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Using his feet. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Blazers line it up with a first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to slam in. Touchdown, UAB. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Groupers will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Campbell. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The groupers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. At the 40, there he goes. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Let's go! And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect.
This kicker is mentally tough, man. There are not a lot of guys that would have a kick blocked earlier in the game come out here and make that kick you just saw. That was awesome.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Back to throw, it's Campbell. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I like the idea of calling a screen there on third down, but give the defense tons of credit. Making the tackle and now giving themselves a chance to get off the field.
The Blazers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Trying play action. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. On the run, it's Jackson. This defense in front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Just feeds the running back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And the Blazers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Dropping back, it's Campbell. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Blazers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The groupers will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Campbell. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Blazers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. Lots of running room. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break. It's UAB on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the groupers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Dangerous screen into traffic. He's loose. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Campbell. Flips it out on the screen. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blazers are rolling down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Blazers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Blazers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And the Blazers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Let's go. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. The option look. The give to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UAB.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it back looking for help. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The play action fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
On the double.
They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. He'll toss it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Quarterback on the keeper. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing, trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And the groupers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Unloads to the wideout. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come